Good morning, welcome back to your online lectures. Today we will be starting with practice set 2.2, page number 36 of your textbook. The question is solve the following quadratic equation by factorization. So that means we are going to solve the exercise by factorization method. We have two more methods. The second method is completing the square method and the third one is by formula method. Okay, next two exercise is based on that two new methods. That will be the new method you will be learning in standard time. Now for the time being, factorization method you are done in the lower class, that is 9th standard. Okay, let's do it as a revision exercise. You will understand this better. Okay, for this I'll go back to the basic, that is your general form of the quadratic equation, which is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here, I'll try to explain what we have to do. The first two steps I'll explain with the help of this standard form. Now here, the middle term is bx. Okay. Right here, what you will be doing is you will be splitting the middle term. Before you start, you should check whether it's in the standard form or not. Once you have checked that, you can split the middle term. Okay, that's the coefficient of the middle term, which is here we have b, so I'll write it as b1 and b2. Okay, I'll split it as b1 b2. I'll get two numbers such that, okay, when I add it or even if I subtract it, okay, I should get b. I can subtract also, but I should get b. When I add or subtract, I should get the middle term. But when I multiply these two numbers, okay, when I multiply b1 and b2, I should get the product of your first and third term of your given quadratic equation. That is, here your first coefficient of the first term is a and coefficient of the third term, which is the constant term, okay, is c. So a into c is ac. So once I multiply b1 and b2, whatever number I have split here, I should get the product of the first and third. This is the most important step. Once you understood this, okay, all the sums are very easy. For this, your table should be good, okay, and basic knowledge of addition, subtraction, that is integers, okay, addition of integers, subtraction of integer should be very clear. Minus is plus, but sign will be minus. Plus minus is minus. Minus plus is again minus. Okay, you should be clear with that. Then you will be finding this exercise very easy. Compulsory 2 marks sum in your board exam. Again, I repeat, compulsory. Last 10 years, you check any paper. Okay, it counts for 2 marks. This is the compulsory sum in your board exam. You check like last 10 years paper. Okay, you will find this in question number 2. Always you will find one C. Okay, so just pay extra attention, and this exercise, what problem will be solved using this method only. What problem, whatever. Okay, so pay extra attention when I am explaining. We'll start with the actual sum, which is on page number 36. Okay, first one, x square minus 15x plus 54 is equal to 0. Correct? Check whether it's in the standard form. Yes, you can find the quadratic term and the middle term with the variable and the constant term. Correct? So it's in the standard form. So what was the rule? When I split the middle term, okay, the coefficient of the middle term is minus 15. So when I get the two numbers, I should get minus 15. But when I multiply these two numbers, I should get the product of the first and the third. So your product of the first, the coefficient of the first term is 1, and your third term, which is the constant term, is 54. 54 ones are 54. So I like 54 here. Okay, and now when I split this middle term, I should get 54 as the product. So let's see, we'll get multiple number of pairs, out of which only one pair will be correct pair. Only one. Okay, let's check if you are good in tables now. Let's start with 27 2 times. Okay, I don't think many of you know the table of 27, but if you are good enough, you can just half it, 54. Okay, half of that is 27. So 27 2 times is 54. Again 18 3 times is 54. Next 9 6 times is 54. Okay, I have taken 3 pairs. Now here we are getting 54. When I multiply all these 3 pairs, I am getting 54. But I am not getting the middle term. What was the rule? Once you split the middle term, okay, you should get the addition or subtraction, you should get the middle number only. So if I am adding this or subtracting this, I am not getting it. 27 plus 2 is 29. 27 minus 2 is 25. Similarly, 18 plus 3 is 21. 18 minus 3 is 15. So this is not correct. But here your answer matches with whatever rules I have explained. I am getting 54 also, and if I am subtracting, I am getting 15 also. Okay. Let's check the next one. 9 6 times 54. 9 plus 6 is again 15. So here I have a problem here now. This, okay, happens in some of the sums given. You get multiple pairs, 2 pairs. You get. I told you will be getting only one correct pair, only one correct. But here we have got 2 pairs. That means out of these 2 pairs, you will have to select the correct one. Okay, one of these is not correct actually. So what is to be done? Okay, for that we will use the addition and subtraction of integers. Okay, let's check. I told 54 as product, but I should also get minus 15 as the sum. Minus 15. So here, suppose I am taking here minus 18 plus 3. Okay, minus 18 plus 3. So I am getting minus 15. But when I multiply, minus 18 plus 3 is minus 54. So this pair is again not the correct pair. Why? I am getting minus 54. Check, minus 18 3 times is minus 50. To satisfy this condition, if I should get minus 15, then the product goes wrong. If I take negative signs, you might say, sir, take 3 as negative. Okay, no problem. I am getting 15. But I am not getting minus 15. Plus I am getting again minus 54. That means this is not the correct solution. We don't need negative 54. We want positive 54. So that means again this is not a correct pair. Is it clear? This is how we'll have to check out when we have more than one pair. Coming back to the next pair, the third pair. Let's check. Now I want minus 15. So I'll write take 9 as negative and even 6 as negative. Then only I'll get negative 15. Check. You know the rule of integer, minus minus. Okay, when we add two negative numbers, total will be positive, sign will be negative. Okay, so minus 9 minus 6 is minus 15. And when I multiply this, 9 6 are 54 and positive, minus minus gets cancelled. When we are multiplying two negative numbers, it becomes positive. Okay, so that means your correct pair is minus 9 and minus 6. Is it clear? This is how you have to find the correct pair. Once that is done, the sum is very easy. You will have to go to the lower class to find the factors and actual solution. Is it clear? So let us start with the actual sum now. So we are now in exam, in your board exam, in your school exam, you don't have to do this. This is just a trick, small shortcut where you can get the pair. Okay. If you are not able to do it directly, you can do it like this. Is it clear? Yes. Now just start with the actual sum. So what are the numbers? Minus 9 and minus 6. Correct? So therefore x square minus 9x minus 6x plus 54 is equal to 0. So we have split it, check, I am getting minus 15, and if I am multiplying this 9 6 I am getting positive 54. So once I got that, okay, I'll just take common. I'll take the next two pairs, okay, and I'll try to find the factors. So here Proceed trinomial. I've got a polynomial with 4 terms now. Sorry, not 4 pairs, 4 terms. Now I'll try to take the common from one of the pairs. Okay. So here you can see, if I take this 2 terms, I'm getting x as common. Check, x is present in both. So I'll write it down, x common. One x will remain, correct? So x minus 9. This is how you proceed further. Okay, this you have done in, I think, lower class, 7th, 8th standard, where you have studied a factorization. Is it clear? So again here, now here we got a variable is common. So in your second pair, always you will get the number as common. Okay, so here number now uses a 6 and 54. Yes, table of 6. Okay, we get 54. How many times? 6, 9 times is 54. So I can take minus 6 as common, and here I get x minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, let's check. 6, 9 times is 54. Now again, those of you whose basic is not clear, will say, अरे प्लस था, सर ने माइनस लिखा, क्यों लिखा माइनस? तो प्लस था. Okay, just check. When I'm taking x minus 6 as common, okay, the negative sign, okay, the sign will change. Why? Because when I open the bracket, again I should get positive 54, correct? Check, minus minus plus, and 6 9s are 54. So whenever you are having negative sign here, always the sign will change here. If this was positive, then you need not change the sign, but negative sign is here, so you'll have to change the sign here also. One more thing, whatever factor you have got in the first pair, okay, that binomial, same number you get here. Always 100% you should get the same number, same factor, I'll say, not number. Otherwise you have done something wrong. Okay, now here that's it. Minus 6x minus plus, and 6 9 is 50. Just check you understood. Let's proceed. Now again you'll find something common. Here you'll find a binomial common in both the terms. You've got 2 terms now, not 4 terms. So here, what is common? This binomial x minus 9 is common. So therefore x minus 9, x minus 6, the other 2 factors, the second factor actually will be x minus 6. Whatever is uncommon, check. Okay, I'll write it in the second bracket is equal to 0. I repeat, I find x minus 9 common, so I've written x minus 9. Whatever is uncommon now, x and minus, it will go in your second bracket. Okay, so we have got 2 factors now. So you can see here we have a multiplication sign. And when I'm x minus 9, x minus 6 equal to 0. That means if I am multiplying one number with another number and answer is 0, that means one of the number should be 0, correct? So here one of the number is 0. So I might consider therefore x minus 9 is equal to 0, or even x minus 6 can be 0. So I'll write or x minus 6 is equal to 0. Correct? So maybe this factor is 0, maybe this factor is 0. So what is the actual solution? Now this is linear equation in one variable, like, okay, you got a linear equation here. So therefore x is equal to 9 or x is equal to 6. So you got the answer, that is therefore 9 and 6 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Clear, everybody? Easy? Let's proceed. We'll do some more sums. It will be very clear to you. Okay? The second sum. Now this will be quick. We can complete it quickly because you already know the rules how to go over. X square plus x minus 20 is equal to 0. Okay? So this is your equation, quadratic equation. Check whether in the standard form. Yes, it's in standard form. First square term, then the variable term, and then the constant. Now again you'll have to split. Again you'll get multiple pairs. Okay, let's do it quickly. 20 Okay, 10 twos are 20. Okay, here table is easier. Here 54. I got 18, 27 twos. That was maybe difficult for some of you. Here there won't be any problem because 20 is the easy number. Everybody knows the table. So 10 twos are 20. Okay, 5 fours are 20. You'll say sir 4 5s are 20. That is one and the same. 2 tens are 20. Okay, so we'll leave it as it is now. Now from these two pairs, we have got only two pairs now. From these two pairs, you will get one of the pair to be fine. You will find one of the pair to be correct. Now 10 to the 20, if I am adding it, I get 10 plus 2, 12. But here your middle term says x. That means your middle term is 1. Coefficient is 1. I should get, when I split this number, this middle term, that is you are having coefficient 1, I should get 1 only. So here, if I am adding, I am getting 12. If I am subtracting, I am getting 8. So this is not the correct pair. Now suppose I add this 5 plus 4, 9. But 5 minus 4 is 1. Okay, 5 minus 4 is 1. I want 1x here. So that means this is your correct pair. Clear everybody? Yes. So 5 4 is 20. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So I should get 1x. I am getting it with this pair. So this is your correct pair. Now regarding the sign, here I told middle term was minus. I had to take both the factors, both the numbers, coefficient as negative. Here I should have one number as positive. Why? Middle term is plus here. Okay, so what? There is a shortcut. I'll just give you a rule. If middle term is plus, always the bigger number will be plus. If positive, that is. If middle term is negative, then always the bigger number will be. Always. Check here also. Okay, middle term is negative, so the bigger number is negative. Okay, so same thing here. So here 5 will be positive and 4 will be negative. Check. 5 4s are 20. Okay, and actually I should get minus 20. Check. First term, the coefficient of the first term is 1 and third term is minus 20. I should get minus 20. So 5 4s are 20 and 5 minus 4 times is minus 20. 5 minus 4 is 1. Is it clear? So this is easy now. Now the sum will be same, exactly same. You will have to write the factors. Find the factors, that is x square plus 5x minus 4x minus 20 is equal to 0. We'll make a pair, two pairs will get. Okay. Now from this I'll try to find a common term. So I can find x common. I told you in the first pair you will get a variable common. In the second pair it will always be the number. So here I can find x common, x plus 5 minus, I told you, 4 table 5 times 20. I take minus 4 common. Okay, so minus 4 common, x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now again you say sir, फिर से वही गड़बड़ कर रहे हो आप, plus sign. I told whenever we have a negative sign here, the sign will change. Whenever we take common in the bracket, the sign will change. Here again that was the same case. Check. Negative was there, so positive was there. I changed it to negative. Here negative is there, so I changed it to positive. You can recheck if you want. 4 into x is 4x minus 4x. 4 5 is 20, but I should get minus 20. So minus plus is always minus. Is it clear? Okay. And I told this will always be same. Whatever factor you are getting here, it should be in the first pair. Otherwise, your sum is wrong. You must have taken the wrong sign in the first step itself. Okay, this won't match. If you have done any mistake, this will never match. Okay. Now here again very easy. The common factor, binomial factor. Okay, here the binomial term is x plus 5. So therefore, x plus 5 I'll take it as common. I'll write it down. What is the uncommon number here? Factor will be x minus is equal to, okay, so common factor x plus 5 and common factor is x minus 4. Is it clear? Now again the same thing. One of this number should be 0. Why? Because product of two number is 0, then one of the number is 0. So again I write x plus 5 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, no need to write a bracket also. You can write like this also here, x plus 5 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus 5, or x is equal to positive will become negative, negative will become positive. Correct? Easy. So, therefore, minus 5 and 4 are the roots of the quadratic equation. I'll just give you 15 seconds to go through this. If you want to write it down, you can write it down. We'll proceed for the next. Okay? Yes. Then we'll start with the third one. There are 12 sums in this exercise. Okay? We'll try to complete half the exercise today. Next, remaining sum will be on Friday, which will be my second lecture. Okay, so this exercise will complete by Friday. Let's start with the third sum, which will find little different I'll say. But let's check what the difference is there. If you are identified yourself, then you will understand it better. 2y square plus 27y plus 13 is equal to 0. Okay, so check what is the difference here between the first two sums we have solved and the third one. Check. Okay, it's in the standard form. Equation is in the standard form. That is the general form. Quadratic term, middle term with the variable constant term is equal to 0. Yes, the difference you might be finding is first both the sum we had coefficient first term. Okay, coefficient of the first term we had 1. It is x square, something like that. Correct? Yes, x square. In the second sum it was x square. Now here we are having 2y square. Variable has changed. That doesn't matter. But we are having 2y square. So that's the only difference. Otherwise the method is same. Okay, that means now here product will be 2 into 30. Okay, here we used to get 1 into somewhat 1 into 20, 1 into 54. Here we are getting 2 into 30, that is 26. So now when you find a product by splitting the middle term, you should get 26. So it's very easy. You can see the middle term has the number 27y. That means you have to split 27 in such a way that once you split it, when you add it, you should get 27. But when you multiply it, you should get 26. So you have only two options. Let's check. 13 to the 26. 13 two times and 26 one time is 26. Okay, only two options. Here signed both positive, so there is no problem to check the sign at all. Why both positive? That means both the numbers will be positive only. So 13 plus 2 is not 27. 13 plus 2 is 15. If I subtract, it will be even less. So this is not your correct pair. This is your correct pair, as you can see. 26 plus 1 is 27 and 26 one times is 26. So we got the pair, correct pair. Okay, now the sum becomes very easy to solve. Let's proceed. Same, nothing else. Everything will be same. Okay, so let's start. 2y square plus 26y plus y. 1y, correct? 26 and 1. 1, if you want to write 1, then again there is no problem. You can write 1 y also. Okay, that doesn't matter. Plus 13 is equal to 0. Okay, if you write y, that will be fine. Okay, now we'll make a pair and try to find the common factor. Let's start here. Again, there will be a little difference because difference. We have coefficient more than 1. Previous sums we had coefficient as 1. So we are finding only the variable common. Now here, since a number is also present, okay, coefficient is present actually. So you'll have the variable also common and the number also common. Is it clear? So here table of 2, 26 will be 13 times. So that means 2 will be common and y will be common. That means 2y will be common. Is it clear? So pay extra attention here. When the coefficient is more than 1, when you are taking common, you have to be careful. Directly don't write y and so, because then sum will go completely wrong. So 2y in the bracket, what is remaining? Y will remain in the first term, okay, of your binomial term now. So 2y into y, 2y square. Similarly, 2 how many times is 26? 13 times. So I can write 13. Okay, now don't take y here. Already you have taken y as common. So some of you have the bad habit of writing y here also. Again the sum goes wrong. You get 0 for that. Okay, silly mistakes, so avoid it. So 13, 2y into y is 2y square. 2y into 13 is 26. Similarly here, now you can find nothing common. Neither the number, neither the variable. As I said here, only the number we get as common. But now since we have only one y, that means your common term here will be 1. So I'll write 1 as it is. Okay, and what will remain is y plus 13. Whatever 1, nothing will change. Anything multiplied 1 is same. So 1 into y is 1y, 1 into 13 is 13. So it becomes very easy. So this is an easiest. Okay, so that's it. Once I've done this, again we find a common binomial factor. Okay, there is a binomial y plus 13. So I write it y plus 13, and the uncommon binomial factor 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Check. Y plus 13 is your common factor, binomial factor, and 2y plus 1 is your uncommon. Similarly, you can proceed. Either this will be equal to 0 or 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So I write therefore y plus 13 is equal to 0 or 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore y is equal to minus 13 or y is equal to, now be careful here, y, here we have 2y. So I can write like this, 2y is equal to minus 1, correct? Therefore y is equal to minus 1 upon 2, that is half, negative half. Is it clear again? Why? Because we have coefficient here, 2y. So you can write directly also y is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Okay? So if you want in exam, it's better you write directly. You can write it as like y is equal to plus minus will go to the right hand side, negative sign, okay, that is minus 1, and 2 will go down, multiply there, so we'll sign it to the denominator, that's the rule. Your answer, solution is therefore minus 13 and minus 1 upon 2 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, so we have completed third sum. We'll complete one more sum, and I'll take the fifth one now, because fourth one is similar to this. Fourth one is exactly same, having coefficient more than 1, okay, in the first term, and the third term, whatever number, splitting will be as it is, okay. So the fourth sum is same, so you take it as homework. I'll do the fifth one. Why? Because it is different. There we'll need an extra step. We'll need to take LCM. Let's see why. Okay. Fifth sum is little different. So this might be the last sum for today. For fifth one, that is 2x square minus 2x plus 1 upon 2 is equal to 0. Actually only one extra step, otherwise the sum is the same. Okay, so check what is the difference here. Standard form, yes, this is standard form. Students were not clear, okay, basic is not clear again. फिर से सर स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म नहीं है, फ्रैक्शन है वहाँ पे 1 upon 2 है. Okay, fraction is there, no problem, but it is in the standard form. Equation is in the standard form. We will remove that fraction by taking LCM. Now, if I want to take LCM, I have to multiply with a certain number. Check what is in the denominator. First, second term are not fraction. Third term we have a fraction, that denominator is 2. So I am multiplying both the side by 2. Okay, so I won't be writing it now because already you know how to do it. I'll multiply both the sides of the equation by 2. So once I am multiplying both the sides of the equation by 2, what I will get is 4x square, correct? Because your LCM is 2 here. Remember, I am multiplying these all and even 0 with 2. So 4x square minus 2x, that is 4x, it will become 1, 2 2s are 4, 4x plus, now you might try, sir, 2 upon 2. No, once I multiply 1 also by 2, it gets cancelled, correct? So I am multiplying this term also, don't worry, but it gets cancelled, so I write only 1. Is it clear? 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, but when I am multiplying here, I am multiplying, but it gets cancelled, so I write only 1 is equal to 0. I am multiplying this 0 also with 2, but 0 into anything is 0. So that's your proper quadratic form. Here the fraction has disappeared now. Okay, now the sum is same like the other sum. So even the sixth sum is like this. Okay, so you have to do exactly like this only. Whatever number is in the denominator, to multiply both the sides by that number, and your fraction gets eliminated, and then the procedure will be same. So 4x square minus 4x plus 1 into 0. Now what will be your product here? First term into third term is 4, positive 4, correct? Positive 4. Now if I split this number, we have 4 1 the 4 and 2 2 the 4, only 2 pairs. Okay, so but if I add this, I am getting 5, I should get 4. If I subtract this, I get 3, I should get 4. So this is the incorrect pair. That means 2 and 2 is 4, 2 2s are 4, correct? So that's the correct number. But now regarding the sign, I want minus 4. So what is to be done? Already we have done in the first sum. Minus 2. अब बोलोगे सर बड़े नंबर आपने बोले, तो बड़ा नंबर है ही नहीं. ओके, बट नहीं है minus 2, but I want minus 4. So I take both the factor as negative. Do both the numbers only. Okay, so minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. That's it. If I multiply, 2 2s are 4, minus minus is positive. When we multiply, negative negative becomes positive. So that's your number. Okay, minus 2 and minus 2. That's your correct pair. So I just substitute now. Okay, we write it down. That is, therefore 4x square minus 2x minus 2x plus 1 is equal to, correct? Just change the pen. Ink is not visible now. So 2 2s are 4, let's check. And minus 2 into minus 2, positive 4. We take a pair. So here we have coefficient more than 1. I told even the number will be common. So here 2 is, we get 2. You can take 2 common and x also. So 2x common. And 2 how many times? 4. 2 2s are 4. And x is remaining, so 2x. So 2x in the bracket 2x minus 1. Okay? Why? Because I have taken 2x common. Remember that. The complete term I have taken common, so only 1 will be. And here as it is, you can see no common factor, not the number, nor the variable. So I will take only 1 as common. Okay, and I will write the numbers inside bracket 2x plus will become minus. I told whenever you have a negative number here, okay, the sign will change inside the bracket, so it will be minus 1. And check both the common factors, both the polynomials are same now. Okay, is equal to 0. That's it. common factors. Now the binomial term common, that is 2x minus 1. We are having here both are common binomial term. Now the second uncommon term 2x minus 1, that's the second factor, sorry, not that term, 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1, we have common binomial factor, and 2x minus 1 is your uncommon binomial factor. That's it. Therefore I can give it 2x minus 1 equal to 0, or I can write it down 2x minus 1 to 0. I mean, that means you are getting the same solution here. Both your solution will be, numbers will be same. Okay, we are getting different values, but here we will be getting only one solution. That is, let's check. Therefore x is equal to minus 1 will go to right hand side, will become 1, 2 will go to the denominator, multiply that, x equal to half, or same thing here, x is equal to minus 1 will go to the right hand side 1, and 2 will go to the denominator. Okay, so x is equal to 1 upon 2, or x equal to 1 upon 2. So we have the same solution. Therefore 1 upon 2 is the root of the quadratic equation. You can also write half and half. Okay, yes, you can also write like these two solutions, right? Half comma half are the roots. You write both the roots. Okay, are the roots of the quadratic equation. Both the roots are same. Is it clear, everybody? You can just go through this. I think we'll stop here because the sixth sum is similar to this. One part we have completed. Okay, next part will complete on Friday, which will be the second lecture this week, and we'll complete this exercise. It will be little different because we'll be having quadratic equation with root sign. Okay, the root will be present, plus we will have to simplify binomial form also of the quadratic equation. Okay, so little different, but again it's very easy. Okay, so we'll just stop here today. Goodbye. Enjoy.